How to save money more effectively in 2022. Saving money seems to be a straightforward job. This is not the case for everyone, though. Given our differing incomes, needs, costs, obligations, and preferences, it's understandable that we have differing saving capacities. The good news is that this does not rule out the possibility of a rescue. It's reasonable to conclude that with a little shift in our spending habits and thinking, we'll be able to meet your objectives in 2022. In no time, you'll no longer be concerned about your financial stability and having enough money to cover both expenditures and savings. So, if you want to learn more about how to save money, continue reading the parts below. Expenses should be tracked. The first step towards saving money is to become conscious of the need to do so. Knowing how much you spend on a regular basis can tell you things like what you can quit purchasing, how much of your income is spent on costs, how much money you can save in a month per year. So, let's start with a basic activity that will help you get a sense of how much you spend on a daily, monthly, and yearly basis. This will take up just a little portion of your time throughout the day. You may achieve this in one of two ways. Keep a log of your costs. You may purchase a diary and write down everything you bought and paid for at the end of each day. If you want something to think about on a daily basis, this will be useful. You'll be able to maintain track of your progress if you keep doing this even when you're able to pay enough. Use your phone to keep a digital record. If you don't enjoy writing, you may just put your spending into the Notes app on your phone. You may write on it at the end of each day, much like a journal. Alternatively, you may quickly type in on your phone after making a purchase. Simply choose the one with which you are most at ease. In any case, make sure you keep track of even the smallest amount of money you've spent. It might be for a solitary sweet that you purchase every time, or for the daily staples that you can't live without. You should sum up all of your spending for the month after a month. To calculate your average yearly expenditure, double the amount you obtained by 12. This will assist you in determining your yearly expenditures as well as the most efficient amount of money you may save in a year. Make a financial plan. You may now create a fixed budget for the whole month after you have an overview of your spending. This will keep you from going into debt. Similarly, you will be able to set aside a certain amount of money at the start of each month while still being able to cover all of your essentials and occasional desires. There are 4 factors to think about while creating a budget. Monthly earnings. The most significant factor to consider is your monthly income, or weekly if you are paid regularly. However, the former is preferable for a better managed financial situation. Nonetheless, here is where your future savings and spending will be determined. The amount of money you can spend and save is an issue that will vary based on how much money you earn. Expenses monthly. Following that, you should think about your normal monthly costs. This is the figure you should include into your budget. For example, if you spend at least $500 per month, about 30,000 INR, your budget should not be less. Allowances for desires. Saving money, on the other hand, does not always imply sacrificing yourself of your desires. You could wish to go out to dine once or twice a month, or just shop for new clothing. If this occurs, you will not be able to make it a habit to withdraw a little percentage of your money. Instead, set aside a tiny amount of money for this reason. Just remember not to go overboard and simply let out as much as you can without jeopardizing your objectives. Allowance for unforeseen expenses. You should put away money for emergencies in addition to your desires. Although you may utilize your savings for this, going back to zero will be difficult, particularly if you're well along in your savings path. Of course, you may include any additional things in your budget that you desire. It'll all come down to personal choice. The only thing that matters is that you will be able to add to your funds. Prioritize your goals. You should evaluate your priorities in order to effectively keep to your budget and guarantee that your funds are not depleted. Necessities. The term necessities refers to items that are required for everyday life. Food, water, utilities, transit expenditures, and likes are among them. These should be the most important things on your to-do list. That is to say, the majority of your money should be allocated to them. Desires for luxury. Luxury desires are ones that can be fulfilled without spending a lot of money. These are generally associated with buying sprees and loves, as the name suggests. You should only spend money on them if you have previously paid all of your bills and have money left over from your budget. Understanding which items in your life belong to which category can help you save money. It will also be the key to being financially disciplined in the future. Simple pleasures may be found if you look for them. It is not always necessary to spend a lot of money to have a good time. Finding enjoyment in simple things will undoubtedly rescue you from all of your expensive yet unattainable desires. It may also help you overcome FOMO, or the fear of missing out, since you will be doing the same activities as other people, but in a different way. Let us provide an example to help you view this in a clear light. Instead of vacations, go for staycations. Assume that everyone is taking their own holidays, but you do not have the financial means to go outside of the nation. You may conduct your own staycation in this scenario. Instead of traveling to other places, you may relax in your own backyard, visit local parks, and have wonderful experiences alone or with others. You may still have a good time without spending a lot of money. Instead of eating out every day, plan your meals ahead of time. This is also true when it comes to food. Because food accounts for such a major portion of your budget, you may want to consider more cost-effective alternatives to dining out. You may, for example, consider meal planning. This will take a lot more time and work since you will have to prepare the items, but it will be considerably less expensive than dining out. Even fast food restaurants may become costly, not to mention unhealthy, if consumed on a regular basis. Meal planning, on the other hand, allows you to prepare meals that will last for a week. Set a goal for yourself in terms of how much money you want to save. Saving money isn't very motivating if you don't know how to put it to good use. Although having an emergency fund is the safest option, setting objectives is a far better one. We're talking about creating objectives in terms of both the quantity and the precise purpose. This will motivate you to save money since you will have something to look forward to. There is no such thing as a perfect goal savings amount. This is due to the fact that it will be determined by what you want to accomplish with your money and how much you can save given your wages and costs. Nonetheless, the work will be an excellent complement to your regular saving regimen. Make use of a piggy bank. Using toy-like piggy banks as an adult may seem silly at first. This is, nonetheless, a useful item to have on hand, particularly if you often deal with money in spare change. Although it may not seem so, collecting pennies may result in significant savings over time. As a result, it's only natural that you think about keeping a piggy bank by your side. This simple activity can assist you in getting the most out of your money. Think about opening a savings account. In addition to a piggy bank, you should open a savings account with a reputable and genuine financial organization. There are certain banks that provide high interest rates, which might be beneficial if you want to expand your money. Although you can't anticipate a rise in the hundreds of dollars, monthly increases may add up to a lot over the course of a year. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.